Hey guys, Marjek7 here, and welcome to my unboxing video of the Nyxi Wizard 2. For one thing, I was not expecting this to come in today, the day that I'm recording this. I thought this was going to come in like a week and a half later, but in this video, I'm going to go over some of the changes between the original Nyxi Wizard and the Nyxi Wizard 2, what's different on them, what else this can connect to now, which honestly acts more like the Nyxi Warrior. Maybe some pros and cons of what I like and what I don't like, and then lastly, comparing all three of them, the Nyxi Wizard, the Nyxi Wizard 2, and the Nyxi Warrior, because I want to see what all they have that's similar and what all they have that's different from each other. And surprisingly, even though this doesn't have turbo buttons, it actually does have turbo on there. It said the fourth LED, so on the bottom, I believe, of either one of these Joy-Cons is how it'll indicate if it has turbo mode activated. So let's go and get into it. First of all, what comes in the box besides the controller is, now one thing I'm kind of sad about is, now this is the charge cord that came with the Nyxi Warrior. It's got braided feel and look to it, even though this is not wanting to focus correctly. Come on. Never mind, it's not going to focus, but as you can kind of tell. So, and I was just charging this controller up in mine, but this controller is just a normal non-braided one. I kind of sad that they didn't stick with this design on the Wizard 2 and they only did it on the Warrior. That's okay. Comes with a dongle, and this one specifically says USB dongle for Wizard 2. And if this wants to focus, I don't think it is. Okay, no, it's not. It says USB dongle for Wizard 2, so I'm going to assume that this one's only going to connect to the Wizard 2 and not the original Nyxi Wizard or the Warrior. It also comes with a shorter charge cable, so you could plug this dongle into a PC or a PC, yeah. Let's see. So, I'm trying to think. I believe that was all that came in the box. You can adjust the speed. I know one thing I was reading on there. You can adjust the speed to 12 hertz or something using the app. So I'm going to assume that's the Nyxi app. I'll put the link down in the description below. I believe it's on Android and iOS. If I'm wrong, then it might just be Android. Okay. So first off the bat, first thing I noticed whenever I grip this, it feels more natural, like an actual GameCube controller. And comparing that to the old one, the main thing that stands out to me is the feel of the triggers. Well, okay, the outer feel of it versus, because this is just a button, this one actually has that shape. And actually also goes for the size of this too. This is actually a little bit thinner, so it's not as wide as the other one was. That's not a very good comparison unless we were to take it off. Trust me whenever I say it's not too hard to take it off. I just apparently was doing that the wrong way. They do fit on each other's middle dock things, which is cool. So yeah, if you were to compare this right there, it is smaller. I'm also a fan of the fact that it looks like these actually came off of other Joy-Cons instead of them making their own grooved ones. I was not ever a fan of this, because it just felt, even though it didn't scrape the inside of the original one, it just felt like that. I'm trying to remember what else. Wait, is this the right one? Yeah, it's the right one. I'm forgetting. Okay, so some of the other differences. No charge ports on the bottom, but they do have one charge port on the top. Sorry, this is a new one. These buttons don't light up like the old one does. You can't change out the joysticks or the plates on there, which is completely fine by me, because I'm probably never going to change out these ones besides what I did with this one anyways. They went with the original GameCube style joystick. I always loved that feeling. I mean, I liked this one, don't get me wrong, but I love the feeling of this one. And with the smaller logo, kind of sad. Immediately whenever I took them out of the box, these were flipped outwards. So whenever I did, darn it, I accidentally turned on my switch. Now, I was going to do that in a minute. Okay, didn't mean to do that. So, the first thing I ever took out of the box, I was trying to press it down. So wait, first of all, it is digital. And I was thinking, oh, you gotta be kidding me. This feels like it's getting pushed down less. Then I noticed I pushed those inwards. They go down a lot more. I don't think these are analog. We're gonna find out. I'm gonna load up Super Mario Sunshine in a minute when we try this out, just so we can see. It's got all the same buttons as before. The manual is very handy. Always keep this at your side until you think you can remember all the stuff in it. One of the main big differences about the Nyxi Wizard 2 is that it can connect to the GameCube because it has a dongle like the Nyxi Warrior did, which is awesome. So, oh, another difference on here. I think today, okay, yeah, these had little grooves on the inside of the Nyxi Wizard right here. They called them FL and FR. This time they renamed them to ML and MR, and they have a smooth feeling to it. They're not textured. It's kind of hard for me to show you, but you can kind of see it's shiny. It feels a whole lot better to touch. These are a lot better too. Instead of just being elongated, they have little dots on them too. So yeah, a lot of this just feels so much better. But yeah, feature-wise, everything should connect like the Wizard and Warrior combined together. Best of both worlds. So without further ado, let's go ahead and we will hook up the Nintendo Switch. I would share my screen on there, but because I'm going on a trip tomorrow morning, I'm trying to make this in one shot. So I'm just gonna do this, no editing. So we're gonna take these Joy-Cons off. So sorry if there is pauses in here. I don't want to have to edit if I don't have to. Okay, I set that down to the side. I forgot where I put the controller there for a second. Okay, I am looking forward. I think I remember messaging Nyxi on X, if I remember right, not too long ago. If I'm right, I believe they said some Joy-Con 2s, like GameCube style ones for the Switch 2 might be in progress right now. Don't quote me. I believe I remember talking to them about that. Okay, let me get Super Mario Sunshine out. I'm just now realizing because I had to transfer all my data to the Switch 2, my Switch is not going to have any of my data on here, but that's okay. Okay. Oh, wait, never mind, it does. There's vibration on here too, and that vibration should still work on no matter what it's connected to, even the GameCube. Okay, so moment of truth, I'm gonna hold it down just slightly. Okay, it does have analog and digital. Nope, wait. Hold on. Okay, I did push it down all the way and he kept going. So I'm pushing it down all the way now. And 50. Hold on, let me try that. Well, that's not very reassuring. Okay. I think I see what they did. Okay, so I've confirmed it. This is... The triggers are analog. The triggers are all analog. They are not digital. This obviously is digital because I'm able to stay in one place. But when I just hold this down, no matter what amount of pressure I do, because I'm barely pressing it down right now. So this does work. It's only analog. I am hoping someday somebody can make a actual recreation of a GameCube controller that's analog and digital on the same button. So, you know, either way, at least these are analog and not just digital, so that makes me happy. I don't think the original Wizard, I believe the original Wizard was just digital, if I'm remembering right. I'll put on the end screen, I'll put a link to my original video, but I'll also put a card up there. Wait, this will flip, so over there. Yeah, I think I pointed to the right place. Either way, everything still feels, mechanical wise, these are TMR joysticks, not just Hall effect ones. So, well, they are better than Hall effect joysticks. They use magnets, if I remember right. A type of magnet, if I remember right, I've only done a video on another controller recently, the Gully Kid one. Gives a whole lot more precision than just Hall effect joysticks. So, it's great. Okay, all in all, regarding this, the things it can connect to, and then I'll go over pros and cons of this. Things it can connect to, so obviously there's the Wii. Can't forget the Wii U if you use the GameCube controller adapter. The Switch 2. It should work on the Switch 2. I actually will try that right now, just in case, because I did plug it in through the USB cord to try and charge it. Let's see, there's also PC, Android, iOS. I forgot if I listed GameCube or not. But basically now, any type of device you could probably think of. So yeah, I'll reiterate again. Android, iOS, GameCube, Wii, Wii U, Switch, Switch 2. It's like 8 devices, I think I just said. But anyways, let's test the Switch 2 just to make sure it does work that way. And yeah, I am looking forward to having some GameCube style controllers for the Switch 2 because it'll feel so much better. I mean, these feel a lot more comfortable than the Joy-Cons on here than the original Switch's Joy-Cons. Okay, so I'm going to try and pair this to the Switch 2 this way by using the sync button on the inside. So, let's try this. I'm going to try... Okay, it's blinking. Should connect. Because it detects them as gray Joy-Cons. So... yeah, I shouldn't have a problem with this. Perfect. Okay. Great. Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that, but let me go ahead and put this back on this so I can actually hold this like a normal controller. Okay. Oh yeah, this works fine. I know I didn't confirm this with the Gully Kit one in my other video last week, but at least, but I know it does work. It still can, no, not the Gully Kit one. Either way, it still works, which is awesome. So, yeah, pros and cons. Some things that I do and don't like about it. I am not entirely a fan with the fact that whenever I took this out of the box, I thought this wasn't going to go down any further. And I was like, are you kidding me? That just makes it feel worse, even though they made it contour to our fingers and feel a lot better, like it was an actual GameCube controller. So I'm not a fan that they left those like this. I don't think they did for the Wizard. But anyways, that's just a preference. As at least it goes down and at least these are analog. Another con that I'm not too enthused about would be, well, that's right, I don't know. I'm not very good at pros and cons, but I'm trying to compare this to the original Wizard to see if there is anything. Oh, the cords that came with this. I wish they were more like the Nyxi Warriors that were braided. That would give me a better feel of like, okay, these are going to stay a little bit safer, and since they're looser feeling, I won't accidentally kink the wires inside of it. The pros I like about this is that They just took this idea of the original one and decided to take ideas from the original GameCube and apply them to this. Like making the shape of the triggers actually more GameCube-like, including using original joysticks that are shaped like that, or convex instead of concave. I don't mind at all that these buttons don't light up. They're more like the original one. They even use a better font, I think, a font that's closer to what the GameCube had. But yeah. Another pro that I like about this, it feels better. The grip on this, because the shape of this is just a little bit different. It's very minimal, but it gets thinner up near the top of the backside right here, so it feels a little bit better when holding it in your hands. What else am I thinking of that I forgot? I like the fact that it can actually connect to the GameCube on here. And that it'll be easier to connect these to a computer, because with the original Wizard, it was kind of hard for me to connect those in there. So I look forward to trying to connect these sometime. Yeah. What else? The manuals are always super helpful and tell you how to connect them to whatever device you want to connect them to, which is awesome. Yeah. If I come up with any other pros or cons, because that's all I could think of, I can put them down in the description below, or I'll leave a comment for any of you guys that have comments down below about this. And I know when you guys see this on Friday at 2:30, this had already been out, but I think I just got an email saying that, oh yeah, they're out now, like a day or two ago. So I'm like, wow, that's awesome, because I got mine pre-ordered. Other than that, I believe that is all for this video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button down below. Let me know you guys want to see me do videos like this more often. And if you aren't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Then make sure you hit the bell icon. Change it from personalized to all. That way you guys can get notified when I upload a video or do live stream. So, as always, guys, thanks so much for watching my video. Bye-bye.